today's lesson is just going to be like on allergies. So I want to start just by asking you guys what you know about allergies, just anything.
So isn't an allergy when your body thinks that something's harmful when it's not, and so it attacks it and it gives you a reaction?
Good. You know
it doesn't follow the same laws as most genetic things.
Food allergies can be a big problem. I know that for a fact because if I were to drink this, I would end up in a hospital. So to find out what they are and what we can do about them, I am here in Charlestown, Massachusetts to talk to Wayne Streffler, a doctor and researcher at the Center for Immunology and Inflammatory Diseases at Massachusetts General Hospital.
I hope, did that make sense to everyone?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Good. So that's just...
Is asthma an allergy?
No, but it's similar because it's, we'll talk about this later, it's also an atopic disease, which is something that allergies are, and we'll talk about that later actually. Come up with a definition. What are some things we know?
It's a response to a substance.
Okay, anything else more specific that we can...
Like attacks it like you would attack with a virus.
Good. So, the response to a substance, let's reword that as overreaction. And what system, from that video, what system is overreacting? What would like attack a virus?
Your immune system.
Good. Okay, so overreaction of the immune system to a substance. That's what we're going to call our definition for today. Overreaction of the immune system to a substance. Now that we kind of like know what an allergen is, that's like the first step. When you have an allergic, we're going to talk a little bit about an allergic reaction itself. So those are some things that can cause an allergic reaction. Those are allergens. So like we talked about that like it's similar to what happens if you were to get a virus or something. So these little IgE are like little proteins that they find a cell, like a lung cell or like some cell somewhere in your bodies, and they basically just sit on this mast cell all around it. And what happens is these IgE are like specified for a specific allergen. So one allergen might be, let's just use eggs. And when the IgE like touches the egg, it sends chemicals to your mast cell and it signals the mast cell to release histamine. We have swelling of like the throat and body, hives, coughing, anaphylaxis, and that's like really the bad one because that's a severe reaction. What happens in that is that you can get things like your throat could swell up, which inhibits breathing. Blood pressure can get affected. So there's going to be a bracelet on each one of your cards. They're very pretty. Put them on. Make sure you understand your cards. If you have any questions, ask me, and then we're going to play the game. So
Yeah.
Sure.
Win the game.
Squeeze.
Knees.
But we need to find the green.
Okay, I have to bandana.
Yeah. Yeah. Then we need everybody have theirs green.
Okay, sure.
Those two are green. So we have to hold her hand.
It doesn't really matter if you can spit, just let her try.
Grab. She has one leg.
Okay, go.
And then squeeze it.
Okay.
Apparently.
Okay, you ready?
Don't
say
I got it.
Okay. Basically, what you guys just did, it ties into what we talked about earlier about what happens during an allergic reaction. So each of you represented part of an allergic reaction, and everything in that game represented something. So we're going to go over what you guys represented, and then we're going to play the game with an understanding of what's going on.
Yeah.
What are the parts?
The allergen.
Good. So you need the allergen. So one of you represented an allergen.
Protein. Did you say something
Mast cell. Mast cell. Good. Mast cell.
Now I remember.
So you guys, all of you represented one of these four things. So each color is one of those.
What was yellow?
Oh yeah, and then there's the person with the allergic reaction.
And that'd be you.
Yeah. Allergic person.
Aw.
So
Then wait, what were the stickers and the balloons supposed to represent?
we'll get to that.
Okay.
This is actually pretty ingenious. I'm awesome.
Thank you. Okay, so does anybody have a guess about what they represented by what their jobs were?
So,
I think it's
green.
Yeah.
Good, yeah.
Yeah,
You said
I thought
green.
so.
Okay, so you guys, what your tasks were?
mine was green was to stand still, which I didn't, and someone would have both of my hands, and when the
Red, what we figured out is a histamine. What do you why do you think that is? What do you think? What was your job? Just share that with everyone so that they know what you're
What,
doing.
the histamine?
Yeah.
Oh, it was to hold Green's right hand.
Good.
And then,
Okay, good. So, histamines cause allergic reactions. So, the balloons and the stickers represented the allergic reaction. Represented?
Swelling.
Good.
The well.
Hives.
Yes.
Good. Okay, so then
Blue thinks we were the allergens.
good. Okay, and that's because the presence of blue is what started the chain of events. So that relates. You guys, what was your job?
To grab the green's left hand for the entire of the game, and then grabs blue's hand as quickly as possible. And once you're holding blue's hand, squeeze green's hand. Try to do this as quickly as possible, and that's it.
It signals. These things signal each other through IgE signals the mast cell. Sorry, that's going the wrong way. And the mast cell releases the histamine, and that's all through chemical reactions. So that's what your hand signals represented. So squeezing and letting go with the hands all represented chemicals. And then I was the allergic person, and I was experiencing these symptoms. So is that clear? Do we have any questions on how that worked?
No, you explained it perfectly.
Okay, so we're going to play that one more time with you guys understanding what parts you were. Break. On your mark, get set. Anna, Sierra, go.
They're going to the blue. The blue's supposed to.
Blue. Okay. I'll just let this play out.
Yeah.
Okay.
Close enough to sticking.
Okay, Laura, just drop. Okay, go. You guys have got this. Okay, whatever. Good job. Okay.
Hurt.
So, we have a winning team.
Oh.
Sorry, Lauren. Okay, so did that work out better that time? Okay, so does everybody have a clear understanding of what was going on
Yes.
now
and how it relates to an allergic reaction? Okay, good. There are basically three factors, and they're genetics, environment, and exposure. So there are a lot of theories about how environment and exposure affect whether someone has an allergy, but we're going to focus more on genetics. Someone who has atopy is more prone to getting allergies because they genetically produce more IgE, which we know are a big part in whether an allergic reaction occurs or not. And whether someone has atopy or not, atopy, it's basically the term that means that people are more likely to get atopic diseases. And different atopic diseases are like allergies, and then asthma is an atopic disease, and different eczema, things like that are expressed, depends on, as we talked about, on environment and also exposure at the same time. So they aren't activated in different situations. So to review what we've learned and everything, and test you guys on what you've learned, we're gonna play a game of Jeopardy. It's pretty awesome.
I like it.
So we're gonna split into teams. So teams of 4.
Can you guys say your names again?
You guys are
Zach.
okay. Team Zach. Okay. So our teams are
You are the team.
okay, and then we have
1, 2, 3. Team Texas Chainsaw Massacres. Okay.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
Okay.
there's Sean Connery and
Zach.
that's an
I'm
aside.
just gonna just get ready for fresh hat.
okay. You guys are going for just
Oh yeah.
okay.
Which one do you want?
Next time.
Okay, so an allergen is something that causes somebody to have an allergic reaction, and 3 common ones are
Dairy, nuts.
Yeah, we want to change our name. Good.
An overreaction to a substance.
I know.
Yeah. An overreaction to an allergen.
And
And the immune system. Yeah, the immune system. Right.
Okay, that is correct.
IgE.
IgE. Good. Okay, go ahead.
Well, it's
Okay, it's fresh.
one benefit is for so like if you know you have like if you know you have it, then you're then you know how much of a chance it is that you're off smoking.
Okay, good. Got it. So, what do you guys?
So allergen enters the body, IgE attaches to the allergen, and then signals the mast cell to release antihistamine.
Oh yeah.
Or histamine, sorry.
Yes.
And then
Histamine is released, and symptoms such as coughing, swelling, and high speed.
Yeah.
Good. Very good. That was
You said it.
Chemical
I
reaction.
just said it.
good. That's it.
Yes. Say that. How did you guys even read it?
It means that they have more
They have no card.
they have more IgE or no they produce more IgE which puts them more at risk for getting an allergic reaction.
Good.
Quick reaction.
No, it's
Oh, what type of?
I'll give you 5 seconds.
Oh,
and
that's
that's
okay.
it.
Actually, no,
you're raising your hand.
Jakey.
Hands up. You know it. Over.
Steel?
Bias, yes.
Okay, steel.
It's something with an A.
Anna, answer.
Good.
She's like sending up her papers. I don't
Puffy eyes,
Eyes.
watery eyes.
Lots of
Eyes.
Blood pressure.
Good. Okay.
High blood pressure.
Good. Nice. Okay, go.
Environmental and genetics.
No, good. You guys got it. That was 40. That was 40.
Let's start that way. Okay.
Are all like 1, 7, 20.
The balloons.
Yellow is the
Okay.
Let's just go to the bottom of
Okay.
it.
more
Swelling.
Okay.
these are for hives. Yellow is the allergic person. Red is the histamine.
Green is the
mast cell. Orange was the IgE.
Yeah.
And blue was the
histamine?
no allergen.
Allergen.
We got that?
Good. Yeah, so you got 40 out of that.
47.285.
And raise your hands right
Okay,
now.
go.
40 and 70. 40 and 75.
Good.
I just gave it.
Okay. What is it?
IgE.
Histamine.
What's your final answer?
I say it's histamine.
Okay, we're going to this.
Yeah, histamine.
Steel in the second.
Histamine.
Yeah, but it's body. Yeah. Histamine. Histamine.
Okay. Go ahead. This is kind of a free answer one.
It's hard because it doesn't act like normal genetics.
I'll take that. That's good.
I won't.
Raise your hand.
Oh, got it. Oh, there.
Lungs. I'm sorry, immune system.
Good.
It's true, isn't it?
You guys have to know your answer.
It's true.
Okay.
Sierra, you're like, you got this. I'm like, sure.
Okay.
So the last one then.
Last one.
No, empty 50 points.
Empty 50
Okay, we got